There is a terrifying moment in every person's life. If they are lucky, you look around the room, you check your phone, you think of the people you call family or friends, and suddenly you face a harsh truth. No one is coming. No one will save you. No one will fund your vision. No one will push you forward when you are tired. And if you fall, no one will catch you. For most people, this moment destroys them. But for a few lucky ones, this moment creates them. If you are still watching, this video is for you. 1. The moment that breaks or builds you. For 99% of people, this moment becomes the beginning of depression. It starts quietly. They realize no one is truly coming to help them. No one is going to rescue them from their problems. No one is going to fund their dreams, fix their mistakes, or carry their burden. They feel abandoned. They feel forgotten. They feel like the world has turned its back on them. They begin to see themselves as victims. They ask painful questions again and again. Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to do everything alone? Why does no one understand me? And instead of moving forward, they stop, they wait, they complain, they lose energy. They slowly accept a smaller life. But for the 1%, the outliers, the rare minds, the Machiavellian types, this same moment does something very different. For them, this moment is not a tragedy. It is a baptism, a violent awakening, a moment where illusions die. They finally see the truth. Depending on others was never safety. It was weakness. They stop asking for permission. They stop waiting for approval. They stop explaining themselves. If you are watching this, you feel it already. You carry an ambition that feels too heavy to explain, too strange for normal conversations, too dangerous for comfortable people. You have tried to share your vision, but all you received were blank stares, jokes, or doubt. People misunderstand you not because you are wrong, but because they cannot see that far. You are tired of translating your dreams into smaller words, tired of defending ideas that only make sense to someone willing to suffer for them. This moment hurts. It feels lonely. It feels unfair. But this pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to separate you, to strip you of excuses, to remove false support, to force you to rely on the only thing that cannot leave you, yourself. This is where weak people break, and where dangerous people are born. 2. The biggest lie society sold you. From the day you were born, you were trained to depend on others. Not directly, slowly, quietly. School taught you group projects. If you failed, someone else could save you. If you were weak, the group could hide it. You were rewarded for fitting in, not for standing alone. Later, society taught you networking. They told you success is about connections, about knowing the right people, about being liked. They repeated the same sentence again and again. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That idea sounds smart. It sounds safe. But it is poison, because the moment you depend on others, you give them power over your future. When you need approval, someone else decides your value. When you need help, someone else decides your speed. When you need support, someone else decides if you move at all. Machiavelli understood this long ago. He warned that a ruler must depend only on what he controls. Anything else is a weakness. Support feels comfortable. It feels warm. It feels safe. But comfort creates delay. Delay creates excuses. Excuses create weakness. Safety is not freedom. Safety is a cage. A golden cage feels soft, but it still keeps you trapped. When you rely on others, you hesitate. You wait for replies. You wait for permission. You wait for approval. And while you wait, life moves on. People who depend on support are easy to control. Take away their help, and they collapse. But the person who depends only on skill, discipline, and self-control cannot be stopped. The biggest lie society sold you was not about money. It was about dependence. They told you you need people. The truth is darker. You need power over yourself, and power begins the moment you stop relying on anyone else. 3. Zero support equals zero masters. Every form of support has a hidden price. When someone helps you, you owe them. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day the bill arrives. When someone invests in you, they don't just give money. They take ownership. They want a voice. They want influence. They want control over your direction. Even emotional support has chains. When someone comforts you, they gain the power to leave. And when they leave, they take your stability with them. This is the part most people refuse to accept. You are searching for a safety net. You want something beneath you so the fall doesn't hurt. But a safety net is also a spider web. It feels soft. It feels protective. Until you try to move. The more you struggle, the tighter it holds you. The reason you have not won yet is not because you are weak. It is not because you lack talent. It is not because you lack opportunity. It is because you are still looking for support, waiting for encouragement, waiting for validation, waiting for someone to say, yes, now you're allowed to begin. That waiting is slavery. Freedom begins at the 0 point. 0 help, 0 approval, 0 applause. At 0, no one owns you. No one can threaten you with withdrawal. No one can slow you down. At 0, failure becomes clean. It hurts, but it teaches fast. At 0, success becomes pure. It belongs to you alone. When you have nothing to lose, you become dangerous. You stop negotiating with fear. You stop explaining yourself. You stop asking permission. You move. This is why most people avoid 0. It feels cold. It feels lonely. But loneliness is temporary. Ownership is permanent. 0 support does not mean weakness. It means 0 masters. And 0 masters is the highest form of freedom. 4. Why being alone makes you dangerous. When you are alone, something important happens. You become fast. A crowd moves slowly. A group needs agreement. A team needs meetings, opinions, and approval. But a single person moves without friction. No discussions, no delays, no compromises. When you are alone, every decision is yours. Every mistake teaches you immediately. Every success belongs fully to you. That speed is dangerous. A company needs permission. You need clarity. A group needs motivation. You need discipline. When no one is watching, you discover who you really are. Most people collapse in isolation. They lose direction. They distract themselves. They numb the silence. But a rare few sharpen in it. Being alone removes all excuses. There's no one to blame, no one to impress, no one to disappoint. Only results. Isolation forces honesty. You cannot lie to yourself in silence. You hear your weaknesses clearly. Your laziness, your fear, your lack of skill. And instead of hiding them behind people, you are forced to fix them. That is why isolation creates monsters. When you're alone, you become efficient. You cut unnecessary habits. You drop useless conversations. You stop caring about opinions that do not pay rent. Your mind becomes sharp, focused, uncluttered. You begin to think in moves, not emotions. Alone, you're unpredictable. People cannot read you. They cannot influence you through others. They cannot pressure you with group thinking. This is why history fears the lone figure. A person with nothing to lose and full control over their actions is extremely dangerous. Isolation does not weaken you. It trains you. It turns time into a weapon, silence into focus, pain into precision. Most people need noise to feel alive. You learn to operate in quiet, and when you finally step back into the world, you move differently, calm, prepared, unstoppable. You are not lonely. You are loading. 5. The ghost phase. This is where most people fail, not because they are weak, but because they talk too much. The moment you tell people your plan, you lose power. They question it. They doubt it. They project their fears onto you. And even worse, your brain feels rewarded just for talking. You feel like you moved forward, even though you did nothing. The ghost phase fixes this. When you have no support, you also have no audience, and that is an advantage. A ghost does not announce his moves. A ghost does not seek approval. A ghost does not explain himself. He works in silence. You must take a vow of silence about your ambition. Do not tell your family. Do not tell your friends. Do not post big things coming. Silence creates pressure. When a goal stays inside you, it builds energy. That energy turns into restlessness. That restlessness turns into action. This is why supported people move slowly. They release pressure by talking. You don't. You carry it. In the ghost phase, you disappear socially. No parties, no pointless conversations, no explaining your vision to people who cannot see. You replace noise with obsession. You study when others relax. You practice when others sleep. You build when others complain. Nobody claps. Nobody encourages you. Good. Clapping makes people soft. Silence makes people sharp. In this phase, you stop performing for others and start performing for reality. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. You don't need confidence. You need repetition. Every day you improve a little. Every day you get more dangerous. The world thinks you disappeared. In truth, you are upgrading. This phase feels lonely, heavy, unfair. You will question yourself at night. You will wonder if you are wasting your life. That doubt is the price of becoming uncommon. Stay invisible. Stay silent. Stay focused. Because when you return, you won't need to explain anything. Your results will speak for you. 6. Turn pain into fuel. Pain is unavoidable. Loneliness hurts. Rejection hurts. Being ignored hurts. Most people run from this pain. They distract themselves. They numb it with noise, food, scrolling, or sleep. That is why they stay weak. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is energy. When you feel pain, something inside you wakes up. Your heart beats faster. Your thoughts become sharp. Your body wants to move. Sadness makes you slow. Sadness makes you lie down. Sadness whispers, give up. Anger is different. Anger creates motion. Anger creates heat. Anger creates action. You don't need to hate anyone. You don't need revenge. You need direction. When they doubt you, do not argue. When they ignore you, do not explain. When they walk away, do not chase. Use it. Take that tight feeling in your chest and turn it into work. They didn't believe in you. Good. Work harder. They laughed at your idea. Perfect. Learn more. They left you alone. Excellent. No distractions. Create one law in your mind. Pain equals work. Every time it hurts, you move. Every time you feel small, you build. Every time you feel rejected, you improve. Over time, your brain changes. Pain no longer breaks you. Pain activates you. Your emotions stop controlling you. They start serving you. This is how machines are built. A machine does not cry. A machine converts pressure into output. You do the same. Lonely night? Work. Ignored message? Work. Fear in your chest? Work. Eventually, pain stops feeling personal. It becomes a signal that you're growing, a signal that you're moving forward. Weak people avoid pain. Dangerous people use it. And once you master this, nothing can stop you, because the world cannot hurt what feeds on pain. 7. Discipline replaces support. When no one is watching, most people collapse. They sleep longer. They delay work. They tell themselves they will start tomorrow. Freedom destroys them. You must do the opposite. When you have no support, discipline becomes your team. Discipline wakes you up. Discipline pushes you to work. Discipline corrects you when you fail. Start with the morning. The first battle of the day is not work. It is the alarm clock. The weak part of your mind wants comfort. It wants one more hour, one more excuse. You must win here. If you lose the morning, the day owns you. Next comes deep work, not busy work, not fake productivity. 4 hours of full focus, phone off, door closed, no messages, no scrolling. In these hours, you build faster than people with teams. This is your advantage. Then comes your mind diet. Garbage content creates a garbage thinking. News, drama, endless short videos. They poison focus. You do not need motivation. You need clarity. Read things that sharpen you. Study skills that pay. Consume content that makes you dangerous. At night, you audit yourself. No lies, no excuses. Look at the day and ask, did I move forward or did I waste time? If you failed, accept it. If you won, stay quiet. There's no celebration. There's no pity. Only correction. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is mechanical. Motivation leaves when life gets hard. Discipline stays. You do not negotiate with yourself. You do not wait to feel ready. You act because it is time to act. Over time, something changes. You stop needing encouragement. You stop needing reminders. Work becomes automatic, and that is power. When you are alone, discipline replaces people. It becomes your coach, your manager, your accountability partner. Support can disappear. Discipline never does. And when discipline becomes your identity, you are no longer dependent on anyone. You are self-controlled, self-driven, self-built. That is real strength. 8. From survivor to architect. One day, if you follow this path, you will win. Not by luck, not by waiting, by your own hands. Money will appear, opportunities will knock, results will speak louder than words. Your body will change, your mind will sharpen, your confidence will radiate, and then you will notice something strange. Support starts to return. Friends who ignored your calls, family who doubted your choices, people who rolled their eyes at your dreams. Suddenly they appear again. They want to celebrate your success. They want to take credit for your journey. They want to be included in your victory. Smile. Stay polite. Stay distant. Do not fall into old habits of seeking approval. Remember who was there when you started. When the room was empty, when no one answered your call, when no one believed. The answer is simple. No one. It was only you. This is not loneliness. This is sovereignty. True power is self-reliance. True freedom is having zero masters. True victory is knowing that if everything disappears tomorrow, you could rebuild it all by yourself. You are no longer a survivor. You are an architect. You have the tools, the knowledge, the mindset to build anything you desire. And here is the beautiful paradox. Now that you don't need support, you can give it. You can become the person you wished you had when you were alone. But be careful. Do not give your energy to everyone. Do not let anyone ride your success without earning it. Support is now strategic. Invest only in those who show spark. Mentor those willing to fight. Guide those ready to build. And never forget the empty room. Never forget the silence. Never forget the cold. It will be the anchor that keeps you grounded while the world throws flowers at your feet. Because they clap now, but the only applause that matters is the one you gave yourself in the dark, when no one else was watching. That is the sound of true power. That is sovereignty. CTA, if this video hit you, subscribe. This channel is for the outliers, not the crowd. And if you want access to the uncensored ideas YouTube won't allow publicly, click join and step into the architect level. Most won't. That's the point.